You will come to Finland. Everyone will come to Finland. This will be a high migration Finland run. So enjoy. So let's see what's going on over here. We are a personal union of Russia. So yeah, that means Tsar Nikolai is our leader as well. We have a pretty small population, but I think we can increase that by getting some migrants from Russia, especially because they have no migration controls. So let's get some greener grass campaigns going. The tech is alright, I guess. Probably better than Russia. I think we'll have to get some railways, because our infrastructure is pretty bad. So for now we'll get some road maintenance as well. I think we can also afford one construction sector, and we'll need some trade. And then the basic stuff, some iron, some tools, some steel. Our laws are pretty good. We're on interventionism, we have per capita taxation. Let's bring those guys in government, and let's get some dedicated police force. The British are willing to support our independence, but do we want that? I think we do, at least to keep our liberty desire up. Oh, and more prestige, that's always nice. And the law passed. Now let's get the intelligentsia in government, and let's try to get some cultural exclusion. I really hope this passes. We are getting a bit of migration right now, but I think we can get way more if we're not discriminating. And the Russians are supporting our regime. That's not great, we're losing a lot of liberty desire. Maybe, just maybe, we can afford another construction sector. Yeah, I think we can. Let's do some more construction. We gotta get this country going somehow. Okay, we can get support from the French as well. Amazing. And we got railways. Now how about some pharmaceuticals? We got corporate charters, so we can form a company. I don't think I'll go for the metals one. I would rather wait for the tooling. And we managed to pass cultural exclusion. Let's hope that will help. Now how about we get the industrialist in government? We can then try to open the borders completely. Let's do it. Oh yeah, and now we're getting more migrants. Okay, and there are some Finnish supremacists that are not happy with this. To be honest, they can rise up, I don't really care. The Russians will be putting them down anyway. Yeah, there we go, the Russians will deal with this. And we can form our tooling company. There we go, already over. With minimal devastation. And with no more opposition left, the law passes. Now let's get free trade. And yes, we're getting even more migration than before. Also, we can get the Ottomans to support our independence. Great idea. And Russia next to all of their puppets in Central Asia. I don't know how I feel about that. Maybe it's a good thing. Maybe some of those Kazakhs will come to our country. We now have free trade. So let's see, what else can we get? Public health insurance. Okay, sure. Now we have hospitals. Now how about we get the intelligentsia back in government? And we try to get a voting system. Well, voting to be exact. I think we can establish another company. I will get the home goods company. And now we are supporting the Ottomans in this war because they are supporting our independence, I think. This makes zero sense. Anyway, the Ottomans lost to Egypt. And now we could demand an increase in autonomy. The Russians will definitely refuse. And now I could declare independence or start a play to increase my autonomy. But I'm not gonna do it just yet. I don't want to leave the Russians and give up on all this migration. I guess we can also start building up our universities as well. Okay, we're going to war with Britain. So we'll have to redo our treaty with them whenever this is over. And we also have Italy on our side, which unified, by the way. This war might be pretty bad for us. I don't really want the British to come into my country and devastate stuff, but maybe they will avoid us. Okay, surprisingly they are actually doing that. And we became a democracy. We have wealth voting and a bunch of new parties. Now let's get this government to the industrialists and the intelligentsia, and let's get rid of state religion. Let's go for total separation of church and state. And we're at peace once again. The Finnish officially are not a majority in Finland anymore. We do have a lot of Albanians though. Oh, and it looks like Germany is trying to unify. That is a big deal. And we managed to get total separation. We are not gonna be discriminating based on religion anymore. And let's also go from religious schools to public ones. Okay, the French are actually doing pretty well against the Germans. Oh, it's actually because the Americans are also fighting on their side. That makes a lot more sense. And America is also willing to support our independence, maybe. Yes, they are. Oh yeah, Germany did not unify. They got cut down to size. Still, they're pretty powerful, but it's pretty unfortunate for them. They can probably try again later. Now, with so many people supporting my independence, I could attack the Russians. But like I said, I don't really want to leave the Russian market. And I really enjoy all the migration I'm getting. So instead of declaring independence, how about we just increase our autonomy? Everybody will help us, and we'll still remain a Russian subject. So that sounds pretty good. And how about we also try to take over some land from the Russians? We'll be pushing the border a bit to the east. And we can also take over Estonia, why not? The Austrians and the Germans sided against us, however. But hopefully the Western powers can deal with that. I don't know, they're not sending too many troops over here. Yeah, I guess we'll see how this goes. We're holding against them over here, but they are pushing against us in some places. Okay, now we're holding. And the British are actually trying an offensive, which is pretty successful. Oh, and they're even pushing in the Russian capital. Now this could be pretty nice. But I don't know, it's pretty close. We're winning in some places, we're losing in others. I really don't have any idea what's going on. I'll just wait and hope for the best. Hope no one capitulates. That would be pretty bad. Okay, the Germans left. Very nice. Maybe now we can redirect some troops over here. And Austria is out as well. Go take their capital. Oh yeah, we did it. We can enforce all of our demands. Amazing. We are not the Grand Duchy of Finland anymore, we are just Finland. Led by this guy, who is a democrat industrialist. He is our Grand Duke. So we're still a monarchy, right? Yes, we are. Okay, that's pretty interesting. And yes, we are still in the Russian market. And everyone is still guaranteeing our independence. Now I guess we'll have to incorporate this land. And also Estonia. And yeah, looks like we're getting just as many migrants as before. Now we should just focus on building up the economy. Now why is Russia looking like that? What's going on over here? Oh, it's just a wildfire. Yeah, looks pretty bad. And we managed to enact public schools. Oh yeah, now the economy is really starting to grow. Oh yeah, now that's what I'm talking about. No way, even the French are leaving for Finland. Okay, that's really something. Rightful borders. Yeah, I don't know, I think we kinda have our rightful borders already. But yeah, Sweden is pretty hostile to us. I'm a bit afraid of Sweden because they got a lot of units. And they might come for us if they're trying to unite Scandinavia. So maybe I should prepare an army for that. Just for defensive purposes. And the Germans are straight up trying to conquer half of Denmark. Okay, I don't think we're gonna get involved, however. Oh, the Danish are backing down. Well, Denmark is dead. And the Danish are now also coming over here. Oh yeah, I like to see that population going up. I guess we can get elected bureaucrats. That could be pretty good. There we go, the law passed. We have a national anthem, amazing. And I should start investing in universities again. Damn, Italy formed their own power block as well. A religious convocation. And Germany is trying to unify once again. France and Sweden are not too happy about this. But Russia is supporting them. So I'm not sure which way this is going to go. Russia enforced military access. So now we're also at war with France and all those guys. And Sweden, oh no. Yeah, I'll have to get some troops over here. I don't want them to devastate my country too much. Hopefully we can kick them out of this state. And it looks like this time the Germans are actually winning. They are even occupying Alsace-Lorraine. Yeah, Germany will unify. And we research steel frame buildings. So we're gonna switch to that. Although yeah, now there is a shortage of explosives. Which we're gonna fix, don't worry. Oh, and Germany took over this part of Belgium. But not Luxembourg. Big Luxembourg. Well, let's also commercialize agriculture. Yeah, and France is occupied. Come on bro, give up already. There we go, United Germany. That doesn't want to click the button to actually become Germany. There we go, the law passed. And Russia is going to war with the USA. Well, I really hope they don't call me into this one as well. We already got up to 10 million people. Yeah, that's very nice. Keep them coming. Now I could try to get this government. And then we could try some more laws over here. Such as compulsory primary school. Who would be against that? Now we can get another company. I know exactly which one I'll go for. It's Nokia time. I think this is gonna do very well. There we go, compulsory primary school. Now we can go ahead and increase our education level. I would like to go to the max one. Our literacy did fall quite a bit, because a lot of the migrants we're getting don't really know how to read. But it's fine, I guess we can teach them. Yeah, Germany is now belligerent towards me. And that's because they have claims on Estonia. And the rest of the Baltics, of course. That could be an issue, but I don't think they're gonna take me. They are still allied with the Russians after all. And I am their protectorate. And we're a top 10 economy, by the way. We're even above Austria. Incredible. Now let's also get some workers protection, why not? Oh, no way. I think those power block statues could actually be beneficial. Because they give us minus 25 decree cost. And I do have a lot of greener grass campaign decrees. So we should build some of those. And looks like we're one of the largest producers of furnitures in the entire world. So we'll be getting the prestige good. And we'll be getting the prestige tools as well. Absolutely amazing. We got workers protection. I think we'll invest quite a bit in this. And we can get proportional taxation. That would be pretty nice. And now we don't have any more peasants whatsoever. And we don't really have any unemployment either. I guess we'll just have to be waiting for more migrants. There we go, proportional taxation. That means even more construction sectors. Now I think we'll go for wage subsidies. I'm creating the perfect welfare state that everybody wants to live in. And the Occitanians are actually the largest group in this part of Karelia. Oh come on Russia, you gotta be kidding me. They want to take back all the Occitanians living in Karelia. No, I don't really think I'll accept. Now let's see who's gonna support us. Because there is no way we're beating the Russians on our own. The US wants to take Alaska, sure. Please come save me. Oh no way, the German side against me as well. Might be over. We might have to use some different decrees. Some enlistment decrees. You gotta be kidding me, Austria as well. It's so over. And Sweden could also start their play to unite Scandinavia. Hopefully they don't do that. We are barely able to hold them. Thankfully the US is taking care of this front. And I can focus everything over here, but they are still pushing against us in some places. Violence against the Russian people living in our country. Yeah well, too bad. Your people are kinda invading us right now. Oh my god, the Germans will be taking over the war goal. I mean, they still have another war goal over here, so we shouldn't go below 0. Oh, and America took over Riga. Amazing. Because that is actually my war goal. So now I think we technically, yeah, we control all of the war goals. We can win this. We can still win this. Oh yeah, the Russians are below 0. Yes, we won this. The Russians capitulated. And now we just need to wait for the Germans to give up. Whoa, that was intense. I also got a defensive pact to the US, so stuff like that won't happen again. And we got the law as well. And we can end the war. Now let's go back to getting a bunch of migrants. Although yeah, our economy took a very big hit in that war. Now it's about time to go from interventionism to laissez-faire, and we got to the point where our economy is actually bigger than the entirety of Russia. Yes, that's right. And keep in mind, Russia has like 4 times my population, and we're getting the specter haunting the world. Now, I don't think we're going communist, so I'll be investing a bit more in my law enforcement, although it doesn't seem to help that much. Okay, this is advancing way too fast. Well, at least we got laissez-faire. We are up to 100 million GDP. However, we're gonna get this entry completed. We can't do too much about this, unfortunately. Yeah, the event completed. We got a war to win, but we also got electricity. So yeah, I guess you win some, you lose some. Let's get power plants everywhere. The intelligentsia is not happy anymore, so they're not giving me the migration buff. I guess we'll have to do something they want, like getting women's suffrage. Yeah, that's better. Okay, we got a new Grand Duke. This guy. Let's get him a royal marriage. Yeah, with Tahiti, sure, why not? We did get women's suffrage. Now, I don't think I can go for any other law I want. Okay, we could invite this anarchist over. Let's try that. Now, maybe if I bring those guys in government, the trade unions, I can give him leadership. Now he leads the trade unions. And we can finally try to enact multiculturalism. Hopefully it works. And I have to go to war with Russia. Because something Britain, the independence wars, and I have a defensive pact and then guarantee my independence. I don't know. Let's get this over with. Honestly, I think I will just capitulate when the war starts. That's probably the right thing to do. Yeah, there we go. Nothing happened. And we do have the second best standard of living in the world. That's pretty impressive. Hopefully we can go even higher. Damn, the National Progress Party just split into a million pieces. And I'm not too sure multiculturalism will be passing. Yeah, it failed. Guess we'll have to try again later. Or at least we can try to get universal suffrage. And that should empower the trade unions a bit more. And the intelligentsia still doesn't want to give me the migration buff. Terrible, absolutely terrible people. Maybe if I get their wages up. Yeah, okay, now they like me. We got combustion engine unlocked, so we can build our first cars. Those might actually be the first cars in the entire world. I don't know if anybody else is producing any. Okay, there are some people that got cars before us, like the US and Britain. And the Confederacy. Yeah, they're free. Well, now we can build a skyscraper. Let's put it right in the middle of Helsinki. Or Helsingfors. Yeah, whatever they're calling it. Okay, we'll have to stop enacting this law. We are getting way too close to civil war. And also I can barely form legitimate government, even on low taxes. So yeah, we'll have to stop. Okay, how about census suffrage? Surely we can pass that without our country collapsing. Oh, we built the first skyscraper in the world. That's nice. Not gonna lie to you, the economy is kind of stagnating. I don't know what's going on. The migration just isn't the same it used to be. And so the growth slowed down. But I will keep going, don't you worry. Oh, really? They're trying to plot a coup now. Let's see how that goes for you. Now we do have the highest as well in the world. Still not enough people are moving here for some reason. Personally, I don't really get it. Well, at least we got census suffrage. Now let's try to get multiculturalism once again. Maybe this time we'll have more luck. Now we can get another company. And I'll definitely go for the motors one. It's gonna be extremely profitable. And we finally did it. We got multiculturalism. Let's see if that helps. It doesn't by the looks of it because we are attacked by Russia. Terrible, absolutely terrible. Let's hope Mannheim can figure this out. Not gonna lie, this is getting a bit too historical. We got France, the US, and the Netherlands on our side, but they got Germany and Brazil. Sounds like a pretty tough war. But more importantly, the Americans are actually pushing in Ingria, and we are managing to hold back everyone. I mean over here in Finland, because in Europe things are a bit worse. At least the coup attempt fizzles out. That's something. France is getting destroyed over here. There we go, we got the Russian capital. Now it's just a matter of time. There we go, we ended this. And I did annex the last bit of that Baltic governorate. The Russians don't deserve it. Now with multiculturalism, our migration is starting to pick up again. That's what I like to see. 50 million people is not enough. Now we got arc welding unlocked, which means we can switch our construction sector to that. Maybe we can also give people some old age pension at this point. There we have it, guys. Old age pension. We're a true welfare state. Let's get better taxation as well, why not? Now we can get another company. It is a bit late, but okay, sure, why not? I don't really know what to choose. I guess you can go for the chemical one. There we have it, better taxation. I don't think I want to change any other laws over here. And we keep getting this American flu. Yeah, people are dying, but we are getting migration, so I guess it's fine. Santo Domingo wants to become a protectorate if I help them in this war. You know what, sure, that's a fair deal. Mannheim, you got some work to do. Oh, and Santo Domingo is just this little island. It's just Puerto Rico, pretty much. But yeah, I guess we got a colony now, technically. Okay, that's pretty nice. Let's also decrease their autonomy, I guess. Now we're a true democracy with universal suffrage. And I think I'll also give people a right of assembly. That will make everybody very happy. Yeah, and now I have a fascist party. It's okay, I guess. And the law passed. We got a great exhibition as well. So I guess we can take a look at the rest of the world. In America, we got a big United States and a small little confederacy. In South America, I have no idea what happened to Bolivia. They got like 2 different native states over here. And this guy's a Catholic theocracy. I know at the start there is a native state over here in the middle of Peru, but I'm not too sure how we got those ones. Anyway, Africa is dominated by the British, and so is most of Asia. The British had an amazing game. They got like half of China as well. And China made little puppets over here in Afghanistan. They really went through here and conquered all of this. Oh, and the US was playing pretty meta. They got the Forbidden City. Also, Mexico got a little bit of China. Sure, they deserve it. Over here in Europe, Italy united and so did Germany. They even got Denmark and Luxembourg. But let's go back to Finland. We managed to get 100 million people living here. I don't think you realize how much this is. I mean, today, modern day Finland has like less than 6 million people. And we managed to get almost 20 times that. We got more people in Finland than in Germany. And they are all living amazing lives. We got the best as well in the entire world by far. Also, we have the third largest economy, almost 1 billion. We are just below the British and the US a little bit. Our rank is not the best, however, because we are still a Russian protectorate. But that's completely fine, we still have a lot of prestige. Anyway, let's see the cultures. We are still majority Finnish over here, although we have a lot of Russians in the east. And in the Baltics, we got the Yoruba being a majority in Tallinn. We are still 37% Finnish, and that is pretty crazy. 37 million Finns exist in the world. Most of them come from assimilating other people in the Finnish culture. You can see it in the religious map mode. Yes, Finland is an Orthodox country. Anyway, those are all the laws I managed to pass. All the institutions are maxed out. Our trade, we are a pretty big chunk of the world market. And lastly, those are my companies. Yeah, they are pretty profitable, I have to say. So that's it, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel for more Victoria 3 A to Z. Thank you for watching and I'll see you in the next one.